People are fleeing from Illinois in droves, and many of them find their way to Florida. Personally, I don't get it. I learned about Florida in the 2nd grade and realized then that it wasn't the place for me, but some people can't wait to move there. I previously outlined the variety of reasons for the move to the Sunshine State, which I'll link in the description. In this video, we're going over the reasons why people may want to reconsider that decision. One of the reasons people cite when asked why they picked Florida is that they want better weather with more sunshine. This might be a flawed reason. They move so that they don't have to shovel snow anymore, but they don't consider that snow removal isn't an everyday occurrence. In place of something that they only have to do occasionally, they take on having to do yard work year-round, including mowing once or twice each week. Many people also find that they can't handle 9 months of a hotter, more humid summer. In addition, in place of blizzards, Florida has hurricanes. Every year from June to November is hurricane season. That might not be a sufficient reason to call off a move to Florida, but it can certainly be a contributing factor. If you're still working, something to keep in mind is what happens if you lose your job. Every state has unemployment benefits, but not all want to provide enough for a person to survive until they find another job. Florida is one of those states. It consistently ranks as one of the lowest states in terms of benefits. The maximum amount a person can receive is $275 per week. So if you're accustomed to a lifestyle where you're earning more than $15,000 per year, you're gonna have a rough time making ends meet while you're trying to find work. In addition, the system has several issues that were highlighted when the pandemic began. Those eligible for benefits couldn't access them. They had issues with the website crashing and the phone calls getting disconnected. It was a hot mess. This may not be a concern if you're fortunate enough to have a sizable nest egg, but for those who live paycheck to paycheck, it's something to keep in mind. If you're not a fan of people, dealing with the tourists in Florida can get annoying. 86 million people visited the state during 2020. So, in the middle of a pandemic, that many people still made the trek. The year before that, Florida had 131 million tourists come through the state. That's a lot of extra traffic on the roads. Of course, there are some cities that see less tourism than others. If you land in Tampa, Destin, or Orlando, there's a good chance that you'll probably have more tourists around you than actual city residents. But if you choose to live in one of the smaller, less known cities, you might be able to avoid some of the congestion. Illinois has one of the flattest terrains in the United States, but that's only really in the middle of the state. Both northern and southern Illinois have hills and valleys. If you're moving from one of the ends of Illinois to Florida, you might be disappointed by the lackluster flat land. There aren't hills, mountains, or valleys. Other than the beaches, there isn't much in the way of exciting land, so you might find yourself getting homesick. This may not matter to some, but for others who like scenery, it might be a factor to consider. If you move to Florida, you'll be paying higher insurance costs than other parts of the country. Why is that? Well, homeowners have to deal with natural disasters. Florida has hurricanes that cause flooding and wind damage to houses. Autolist says that Florida has the 3rd highest car insurance in the nation, with the average being $2,219 compared to the national average of $1,457. Car owners have to deal with a dense population that has high-risk drivers and a higher than average segment of uninsured drivers, so the chance of being in an accident is higher than in many other areas. Florida is the only place in the world where you can encounter both alligators and crocodiles. If that isn't terrifying enough, they also have red imported fire ants, Florida carpenter ants, southern black widow spiders that have a venom that is 15 times more poisonous than that of a rattlesnake, Carolina wolf spiders, more than 10 types of roaches, and 80 different species of mosquito, including 33 types that pose a threat to humans and animals. They also have lizards that fall out of trees and bobcats. It seems that it's hard to go anywhere in Florida without coming into contact with something dangerous. These are just a few reasons to rethink moving to Florida. Can you think of other reasons? If so, leave a comment below. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I remain stuck in the cornfield.